Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Rock. At Portsmouth West High School, we got an SOC3 matchup between the Portsmouth West Senators and the Minford Falcons. My name is Trent Thompson. To my left, I've got Ryan Hines, and on the far end of the table, JC Evans. We are River City Sports Media. Gentlemen, how we doing on this Saturday afternoon?
Doing good. Packed house, man. This is a spot to be. Should be a good game.
Yeah, man. This is it's a packed house for sure. Senior night, so it's a bittersweet night for a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys will be the last time they play on this floor. So see what kind of performance they put on.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the first things that JC said when he came here was the West Siders, they traveled. Minford did not. That has since changed, as it was early in the JV game when that happened.
Yeah, there's
now,
a lot of red over there.
Before we get started with the pregame, we want to talk a little bit about some sponsors. This broadcast is going to be sponsored by Brace Yourself Orthodontics, Jesse E. Scott, attorney at law. Our newest sponsor, Cause Auto Sales here in West Portsmouth. Ryan Saman State Farm. Adams Flying Pig Coffee House, the UPS store in Portsmouth. The Scioto River, the West Side Complex, and last but not least, Dave's Gutter Done. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Those are the sponsors for tonight or this afternoon's broadcast. Now,
We're used to saying tonight.
We are definitely used to saying tonight.
A little different. We got that midday kickoff. It would be the 3:30 spot on CBS during football season.
So, JC, what are your takes from this game? And I'm going to tell you where I'm sitting at with it is Minford, we know they struggle protecting the basketball. They turn it over a lot. West, they strive on making people turn the ball over.
Yeah.
That's my key to the game. You got anything other than that?
Yeah, I think that obviously you know what West's going to do. They're going to run the 1-3-1. You got to be able to handle the pressure that they put on you. And I think the X factor, honestly, is it's going to be Colby Mullins. He's a point guard. He's a freshman. He runs the show. You can throw he's a point guard stuff out the door now. We're over halfway there. He's a sophomore. I mean, that's still not much older, but you have a half a season under your belt. You've seen this team once already. You know what to expect. So I think the way he handles it, and then Ashton Reeder, those two handling the ball. But outside of that, that's for the Minford side. For the West side, I think that no pun intended there. But for the West side, I think that you know what you're getting with Will Kegley and Logan McIntyre, but you need to have the role players, the Braden Atkins and these other guys, to score a little bit to help out those two guys. That's the key for me.
Absolutely. Now, the last game that they played, do you remember what the score was on that?
I do believe that West won by 17 maybe,
Okay.
But I think they pulled away late.
Okay. Well, we got 30 seconds. We're going to go offline here for just a moment so we can do the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Man, it's really hard. Who knows what will happen there with the way the SOC3 is. How could you –
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Rock. As a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Portsmouth West High School welcomes you to this interscholastic contest between the visiting Minford Falcons and our Senators of Portsmouth West. To honor America, we ask that you please stand and join in the playing of our national anthem.
back here at the Rock now for the starting lineups. I'm going to kick it over to my colleague, J.C. Evans. He's going to go through the starting lineups with you, starting out with Minford.
Yes, sir. We'll get ready to get this started. I'll tell you what, though, being the time of the day and not a lot of games going on today, you can see a lot of different people from a lot of different schools.
Absolutely.
Makes for a great atmosphere for these kids. It really does.
Right now, Mr. Norm down at the media row, sitting next to our friend Charlie Cooper. Be looking out for him. He's going to be on our pregame here soon.
Yes.
For too long, it'll be a good day to have him on. But Norm announcing the officials. We got some great officials for this game.
Yeah, absolutely we do. They're some of the best. Been around. You got two that have been doing it for a long time, and one of them not as long, but he's done, I think, 2 or 3 state games.
Hey, listen, officials, that's an unappreciated job.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys, they donate a lot of their time. Of course, they get paid, but it's not their career.
They're not doing this for the pay.
They're not doing this for the money. This is not their career. And they take a lot of flack from the fans. But you know what? They do a really good job. We have some really good officials around our area.
Yeah.
At all levels. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But I will say this, it is a job.
In a sense, it is a job, and it's one of those that, of course, you want to see them do right, and you want them to make the right calls.
Yeah, but
every at the end of the day, everybody's not perfect.
Yeah,
exactly.
Such a tough job.
It's a tough job to have.
So to start with the Minford starters, you have number 2 Curtis Glenn, number 5 Ashton Reeder, you got number 10 Colby Mullins, and then you have 14 Colt Donahoe. And you have number 33, Wyatt Dyer. It's a lot of size out there, Trent.
A lot of size out there, but whenever I look over at the west side, again, no pun intended, I'm looking at some big men as well.
Lights going out.
Lights are about to go out here. We're going to kick it over to the west side.
I'll tell you what,
these light shows are getting good. The one at Berg is
that one's
cool if you
my first time seeing that.
This one's cool too.
Your starters for the West Senators.
Yep.
You got your starting point guard, number 11, Braden Atkins.
Oh, BA.
BA coming in to the game, and an excellent wide receiver. And we've got one of our seniors, number 6'4", Corbin Miller. We got the man at the top of the 131. Not at the top of the 131. Norm got it wrong there a little bit.
Important piece of that 131.
Important piece of the 131, number 23, Logan McIntyre.
You got
one of your
starting 4
big
seniors.
Time, one of your big time defenders, number 10, Christian Miklo Carrasco, and then of course at the top of the 131, number 4, as Norm likes to call him, the Thrill, Will the Thrill Kegley, to line up the.
Hey, anybody else got what they call that
Senators.
what they used to call that chicken skin? You love it, dude. Takes you back to the time when you was getting ready to play. We all remember our senior night. It's a special time. You want to make memories. So I hope both sides have a great game.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be a good one.
West Senators at home, senior night, starting 5 seniors.
4.
Starting 4 seniors.
Correct. Yeah. Atkins is the lone junior.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, you say that, but their JV lost their first game the night of the season, but they are tough, and just like that, Will Kegley.
Quick start for the Senators.
Great start for the Senators. You know, I seen that with West against Willersburg. They got the tip, went straight to Kegley and straight to the cup.
Kegley's a quick starter. He likes getting going early.
And I would love to see the percentage of his points off of the top of that 131. Just getting – I know
the majority. It's got to be the majority.
We had their game here against Valley. I think he had 15 of them. It was just layups. 14 or 15 with the fouls and everything. It was – Oh, that's a great inbounds play.
Great inbounds play. Wyatt Dyer for 2 for the Falcons to tie the ball game. McIntyre's now going to have it and gives it down to Kegley. Great
Nice
cut.
cut.
Braden Atkins
Nice
for
cut,
2.
good finish.
That's something that, you don't see actually a whole lot from the West is an offensive set. And
You're
steal
not-
by
you're-
Braden Atkins.
You're not going to be able to pick the dribble up at half court and
No.
have success against that.
No.
And right away we got my key to the game is turnovers, limiting the turnovers. Braden Atkins for 2.
West getting downhill early, not settling.
Yes. Oh, that might have been a.
It was close, huh?
Yes. That was a good pass to Atkins. I didn't see who threw it,
Ball's
but it
got to
was.
knock this down. It's going to be
Oh.
short air ball. They're not going to touch.
I like Atkins not being afraid to take it inside, though, and finish.
Yes.
He is playing aggressive.
Yeah.
Excellent look by Will Kegley down to McIntyre.
That's 4 easy ones for West so far.
Yes, it is.
West now 8-2. 1-3-1. Already giving the Falcons fits as McIntyre's going to come away with the steal. Going to have Kegley for 3. No good off the back iron. Donahoe with the rebound for the Falcons. Mullins going to have it in the corner now. Looking down to Dyer for
Good
2.
look.
That's good.
Great pass.
Both teams
Wyatt.
are on pretty good offense early.
Yeah, blocked by Donahoe as Carrasco was trying to take it to the cup. Mullins looks at a 3 and knocked out of bounds by Logan McIntyre. Both teams getting up the
Yes, they
court
are.
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Both teams pretty efficient early also.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it must be a Minford thing because the boys and girls both have executed their inbounds plays.
They
Yeah.
really have. Absolutely, yeah. Ooh.
Now
I'll
Reed's
see
going to
that's
have
one.
it. Mid-range jumper, Curtis Glenn, not going to happen. Offensive rebound, Donahoe. He's going to go blocked by McIntyre. And Mikla Carrasco has it now down to Braden Atkins.
He's looking to be aggressive early,
He
it
is.
seems like.
Yeah,
Atkins
he
is really looking aggressive. And we haven't seen that all year.
I think that's a big X
This
factor.
is-
I mean, if you can get
This is where you see senior night, he's noticing, you know what I mean? It looks like we got
A
a
double
tie
foul?
up here between Carrasco and Mullins.
I think they got a double foul.
We're
Double
gonna have
foul.
a double
yeah.
foul on Carrasco and Mullins as they got tied up down on the block. Senators are going to hold on to it.
You love to see that out of the freshmen, though, not backing down.
Absolutely. Especially with Carrasco, very aggressive defensively. Very aggressive offensively, too.
He's capable of making
Miller's
that.
going to
There
line
it
up
is.
for 3.
Yep.
Corbin Miller, excellent three-point bucket.
I know Minford maybe hasn't had the season some of had hoped, but for all they lost last year, I mean, I think they've done a pretty good job in a tough SOC3.
Donahoe
great
off
for
the
Donahoe.
glass.
Donahoe's got a knack for being in the right spot.
He
at the
he
right
does.
time.
And so does he.
Yeah, he
Lil
does.
Kegley on the cut. Excellent pass by Logan McIntyre as he finds one of his best friends, Will Kegley. That 1-3-1 just giving fits, but got to give your props up to Reeder because
looked
Reeder's
odd.
a great point guard. Handles the ball really well.
Yeah, they're really being patient and
Loves that mid-range.
Great
too.
step through.
not
gonna happen,
a very
though.
friendly role, but good.
No,
Again,
Donahoe, with
Donahoe
another,
in the
giving him
right
another
spot.
chance.
And we're going to have a foul underneath as Donahoe came away with the offensive rebound. Foul on Braden
I'll
Atkins.
tell you guys what. You guys want to hear a great story that a lot of people don't realize is that Corbin Miller is actually a junior, but he's reclassifying to go to the military. He's leaving early. That's a You don't see that happen very often.
No, you don't.
But he's graduating early, so he can go ahead and go to basic training.
And looks like we're going to have a turnover here.
Offensive foul. Yep, Donahoe.
Player control foul go on Donahoe. His first.
As expected, we were looking to see, obviously, West come away, defensive efforts. But one thing West is doing well this game that we don't typically see out of them is the offensive sets. They've ran some really good offensive sets.
They have got some really good looks. I think they've only shot 1 3. Everything's been in the paint.
McIntyre floater. Excellent shot by Logan McIntyre as he increases the lead to 9.
I mean, West has got to be shooting, what, 80% right now?
That was a great assist by Richards as well to get him coming off of a curl.
And block
Contact.
and a foul on Braxton Kamer. As Kamer just now entered the ball game.
Foul go on BK. His first. Team third.
As they like to call him around here, BK.
Curtis Glenn
Picking up
to the
his
line.
first foul of the ball game. As Curtis Glenn's going to go to the line and knock it down. These free throws sponsored by Ryan Salmon State Farm. Hey, bundle them up. Coronado. He can fix you up. He's got some great agents down there. One of my very favorites, Caleb Clark. Get a hold of him. As
2 of them.
he's
2
gonna
for
knock,
2. That's
knock
huge.
down both. That is one thing for sure. Is you're going to have to knock down the free throws because with the aggressive defense, West is going to foul you. Or
Oh,
at
what
least they're
a
gonna get
pass.
called. Great pass. McIntyre to Braxton Kamer. BK comes away with 2. Minford up the floor quickly.
Minford just rotating a little slow in that 2-3. West is getting whatever they want.
And Ashton Reeder misses the 3. Rebounded by Miller. McIntyre gives it up to BK. BK aggressive.
Oh.
And a nice little floater in the middle by BK. And Minford's going to call a timeout here with 2:27 to go, 19-8 is your score as we've now entered into double digits.
I would have to say this has been one of the best quarters of basketball West has played all year.
100%.
Yeah, they
on both ends of the court.
Correct,
Super
yeah.
efficient.
Extremely efficient, and great cuts to the basket. A lot of those shots that they're making tonight are shots that they had against Williamsburg when they played them, and they just couldn't get them to fall.
Most important thing is you win almost 5.5 minutes of game time. You haven't turned the ball over.
Yeah.
That is.
It shows you what their ceiling is. I mean, we talked about that early in the year with the preview stuff, and this West team has a ton of potential. They would not be a fun team to meet tournament time, I don't think.
Absolutely not, especially with teams that haven't seen them before.
Exactly.
When you see that 1-3-1, right off the rip for the first time,
and it's
it catches you off guard.
It's hard to replicate the way they do it with their size and length also.
Absolutely.
No, the length up top it gives teams fits.
And a 3 by Adams. Not going to happen, but it's going to stay right here as it's going to go out on Will Kegley.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't think Minford's played horrible today.
No, they haven't.
They haven't.
I don't think they played a bad quarter.
Turnovers, of course, we knew we were going to see them. But Minford's they're doing well. As far as the turnover battle, they're doing better than what they have in the past. So it's a good improvement.
Yes.
As I say that, they almost turned it over, but Curtis Glenn's going to hold on to it. Mark Napier now into the game as he's got a knee brace on. Looks like he's been dealing with that.
Jump ball.
Got a travel on the foot.
No, he called a jump ball.
He called a jump ball.
Jump ball, yep. That will be.
As Coach McClanahan was calling for a travel. It's a
Coach
jump ball instead. He'll take it.
Yep.
West now going to have it as they're looking to extend their lead. They're up 19-8, minute 48 to go in the first quarter. Great ball movement. But I will say this, the offense has became a little bit stagnant, not as much cutting as before. Kegley's going to pull up a jumper.
Good rebound by Kamer.
Offensive rebound, BK.
see Coach Prater and Coach Lewis from Berg over there in the stands.
Yeah.
They had a big win last night over Valley.
Yes, they did. I'll tell you what, Kamer's got quick six.
He does.
He's got quick six. Like, instant offense off here. And I'll tell you the most impressive thing about the West right now is they have 7 assists in the first quarter. Like,
Yeah,
I
I think it's been as good a quarter as McClanahan's got to be very pleased.
Yep. And
Yeah,
as we're giving our praise to Braxton Kamer, he's going to go out of the ball game as Logan McIntyre is going to re-enter.
Yeah, 7 assists in one quarter at any level is impressive, really.
Somebody that's not afraid to shoot it.
Yeah.
Jet Adams.
Yeah, he will let it fly.
No pun intended. All right, Richards now going to
Harrison,
have it.
McIntyre.
Good pass.
There it is.
Excellent. Turn around. Jumper Logan McIntyre. West very efficient on the offensive end this game.
23 points in a quarter.
Yeah.
It's getting after it.
Especially with the defensive intensity that they're playing with.
And really they haven't scored off turnovers tonight. It's all been
all half-court
straight by the
sets.
Yeah.
Half-court sets.
Which is contrary to what we were expecting to happen.
If West is scoring and not forcing turnovers, that is that's not a team you want to play.
But the got 5 fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So they're sending
and the aggressive defensive efforts that they have, you're going to see that. So we're going to have Jet Adams. He's going to go to the line for 2 as Will Kegley picks up a foul. These free throws sponsored by Adams Flying Pig Coffee House. One thing about Adams Flying Pig Coffee House is the family and friends said the shop would open when pigs fly. Well, guess what? Pigs are flying in Willersburg because the coffee shop is open.
Yeah, that's
and I have turned into a coffee and water drinker. So
that's what I'm talking
Adams
about.
Flying Pig is going to be seeing some business from me. All right,
Harrison
now
up top.
Harrison's going to have
Oh,
it blocked by
blocked by
Jet
Adams.
Adams. Excellent block by Adams. He's came in aggressive defensively and offensively.
Yeah, he's giving them some good.
He's giving
good
great
minutes.
minutes. As Minford has the ball now, Ashton Reeder, the point guard, directing the offense. He's got Jet Adams, Cole Donahoe, Mark Napier, and he's got not going to happen at the end of the first quarter there, as the West Senators are going to have a 23-9 lead, 23 points in the first half, or first quarter, excuse me.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Excellent.
And you want to hear something that's impressive? You got Corbin Miller with 3, Will Kegley with 6, Braden Adkins with 4, Logan McIntyre with 4, and Braxton Kamer with 6. That's very balanced scoring. That's what we was talking about before. You know Will Kegley's going to get his points. You know McIntyre's going to get his points. But you have to – the other guys have to score, and they're scoring right now.
Yep, absolutely.
And those are unofficial numbers. So if you go back and listen to this and we missed something, we apologize. We're doing our best. But the difference is, like you said, the Minford has 3 assists to West 7 in that quarter. Rebounds, it's 3 to 7 or 6. West is beating them in every category at this point. Even fouls, it's 5 to 1.
West is leading any team in the county or a few counties if they play a quarter like that.
Yes, agreed. I wholeheartedly agree. And it wasn't like Minford played bad.
No, I don't think Minford played a bad quarter.
I think West just executed really, really well.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, Trent?
What was your question?
I
have my headset on.
We was talking about West playing like 23 to 9. He said they would beat almost any team in a few counties. I said, and the thing is, I don't think that Minford's playing bad. I think West just executing really well.
Yeah, it's not that Minford's playing bad. I think the 1-3-1's got them shook a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got them kind of scrambling, for what they're looking for. But West is playing very efficient, offensive and defensively.
Yeah. It looks like
And
Minford's.
if you watch, as Ashton Reed's going
look.
to put up a 3, not going to happen.
That's a good look, though. I think Curtis is – I think he's fine with that.
But if you watch West on the defensive end, they are very active, with their hands and their feet.
Yeah, they're just finding a soft spot on every. That's really the first good look they've missed all night, really.
Will Kegley misses an easy one. See, the difference is
That's a walk.
you got to travel on Ashton Reeder. The difference is those are the shots that Will Kegley typically makes, while the other shots that they've been making are the shots that they have been missing all year. So
I like his aggression, though. He's a very, very solid player.
Kegley is very aggressive, and we were even talking about what's the percentage of his shots and his points that come from turnovers.
That's a good move.
Yeah, he forces a ton of turnovers at the top of that 1-3-1.
Absolutely. An excellent shot by Corbin Miller down on the post as he increases the lead 25-9. West still with the lead.
Carrasco has 3 assists. That's
Miklo seeing the field,
he's
seeing the
floor
really well.
Yeah, he's almost like a point forward at this point. Just kind of he gets it up top, scans everything, and
Yeah, he definitely has a role, and I think he's adjusted to that and does it really well. Minford just having a tough time from the outside.
And I'll tell you,
and that's where they need to be successful, because that's where Willersburg.
You have to make shots.
That's where Willersburg gave West fits. That's where you got to be quick on the trigger. Got to be quick to shoot it.
Yeah.
And you got to knock down the shots. And
the biggest
Willersburg had Hunter Bivens.
Yeah.
And he was hitting a lot of shots in that game.
look at that.
Great pass.
The half court.
McIntyre.
Yeah, like the half court efficiency right now is, it's there for sure.
But nobody's standing still. Everyone's moving,
constantly moving.
They're screening and moving.
Yeah, and
there it is.
Right there is a perfect example. Active hands, active feet. Corbin Miller spin, not going to happen.
That's a tough one.
And Ashton Reeder off the glass, not going to happen. But getting back aggressively on defense is Reeder as McIntyre brings it across the timeline.
I think you're seeing Minford force it just a little bit right now.
Yeah. Now you do.
But that's easily done.
I think when they see, it is easy done, especially when a team puts up 23. As Carrasco is going to go to the basket, foul.
And the biggest issue I think for Minford right now is your leading scorer. Your leading scorer right now has 0 points. He's averaging, I think, a little under 15 points a game, which is Ashton Reeder, and he shot the ball twice. He's scoreless right now.
Yeah, he's had a few good looks from three. He just
Yeah.
All right, on that foul, we're going to have Adams. We want to go back and make a correction, as we were had 21 and number 30 mixed up a little bit.
Yeah, Tate Johnson's
Tate Johnson, 21. Yeah, they do look very similar.
That's my bad too, because in the book you're saying it, and I'm like, oh, I'm over here writing
it down. Yeah. So that's number 30 is Jet Adams, and Jet Adams picks up the foul. He's going to go out of the ball game. But no, early on, Tate Johnson was very, very aggressive, and I like to see that. And Minford has to be aggressive, but when you got a team that puts up 23 points in the first quarter, and you go down by double digits, and it's 23-9, you're going to start forcing it.
Yep.
Because you start panicking. As Harrison Richards is going to miss a fading runner there.
That's
great knock away by Richards. Now Kegley has it, goes around the back. For a big man, Will Kegley has some great ball handling.
Yes, he does. Ooh,
he got a double dribble. Double dribble on Harrison Richards, who also has a twin brother, Owen.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're identical.
And they are
identical. Yeah.
If you don't have a roster, you definitely get them mixed up for sure.
Yeah. Tell you what, you got up here up top, you got 6'4", and Kamers every bit of 6'2". Got a foul on.
You got Miller at Harris. They listed him at 6'4". So.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
As we were speaking of the brothers, Owen comes in for his brother. Subs out Harrison. This gym has an awkward silence to it right now.
It does. I feel like Minford ran into they're
Not
kind
much
of
to
speechless
cheer
right
about
now. Yeah,
right
they're
now,
kind of
but
speechless
should-
right now.
But in my opinion, they're
Yeah,
not playing
that's-
bad.
You can't.
No,
This
they're not.
defense
Wrap 'em up.
this
Yeah.
defense is catching them off guard. They
They
got to be aggressive. Why? And I'm thinking, get it down to the post.
Yeah, the
Get it
ball
down to
the
Dyer.
ball has not touched the paint at all
Get
the last
it
few
down to Dyer,
possessions.
and Dyer holds the ball high.
Yeah, and Dyer he didn't play over half of the first quarter. I was a little confused, but I thought I had to look down to see if he was in foul trouble. Maybe we missed something. But it's this 1-3-1's giving him fits.
Colin Mullins now going to shoot a three. Knocks it
Good job.
in. And a chance for a 4-point play. A rare 4-point play.
No, they called it down low. So the shot's good, but who shoots it? I didn't see who got. They called it on Richards.
So it's going to be it should be the
Yeah, it's gonna be Dyer. Yeah.
they just retained possession.
Yeah, they're just going to retain possession here.
And the three's good,
Three-pointer's
so that's-
Yeah.
so
That's better
it's a
than.
chance for a 6-point possession
Yeah,
here,
it could
really.
be. Yeah.
As the referees are trying to get it figured out. Minford's going to retain the ball as we got a foul down low.
Let's see if we can do what we did on the first
On
possession of
Richards.
the game and get 33 a layup.
Well, they tried right there.
Yeah, they tried. Had it defended a little better that
Yeah,
time. huh?
yeah. He's battling down there though. You got to get him more touches. He's a good big man.
I
That's
like
a good touch.
I like the kid. I think
do
I
too.
like his game.
Yeah.
Excellent
Like Trent
shot.
said, I think you gotta
Gotta get it down in the post.
Yeah, it's got to at least touch the post because that opens
Your
up
be-
so much more.
And your best percentage of a three-pointer is going to come from inside out.
Absolutely.
Every coach knows that. They preach it, they teach it, they coach it.
Yep, the ball's got to get to the post.
Got to get the ball down to the post.
Yeah.
If you've got your guards on the wings, your guards got to know to slide down into the corner. You got to move without the ball. That's I hate to make references as far as NBA and college goes, but that's what makes Steph Curry good.
Constantly moving. The Rip
Constantly
Hamilton,
moving.
The Rip Hamiltons of the world. We're showing our age here. Rip Hamilton, Ray Allen, those guys. That J.J. Redick.
That can move without the
without the
basketball.
ball. They move their way open. If that makes sense.
What happened to Steph last night? He left the game limping around. You guys see that?
We did not. I did.
Yeah.
I would say old age.
Yeah, I would say
no
old
kidding.
age. He had bad ankles before he even really got started in the league. But yeah, I would say he's
I'm
on the back
30
nine, right?
Yeah, I'm 36. I would say Steph is 38 probably.
No,
he's
no.
more than that,
I'd say he's probably 35,
No,
34.
he's older than me. I remember watching him play at the Garden.
He was
He's
drafted.
got to be older. He's got to be older than 36 for sure.
Yeah, he was drafted in 2013, 2012.
Are you guys old enough to remember when he came onto the scene in March Madness? at
Davidson?
You guys remember that one?
Yes.
When he came to Cameron Indoor and gave my Duke Blue Devils some fits. That's
Yeah.
what he did.
Hey, now looking back on it now, you see why. Tell you what, West has kind of fizzled out a little bit. Minford, if you're Minford, you want to go on a run here. If you can cut it to 10 by halftime, you feel really good.
Yeah, if you're
that's a win.
Minford, I mean, you saw West can go stagnant over some quarters and halves this season, so it's not.
Yeah,
I don't think the game's over yet, but you do need to. You do need to try to cut this to single digits, I think, by the half if you're Minford, and you feel good about it the way West has played.
you've only given up.
Or if you can get it down to 12, 13.
Something reasonable.
Yeah, what have you given up this quarter? 6 points this quarter?
That's what I'm saying. You gave
Yeah.
up 23 in the first. You can't give up. Yeah, that's a great pass.
Donahoe. No good down on the left block.
Tell you what, Corbin Miller's messing around with a triple-double already in the first, or double-double in the first half. Kid's got 7 rebounds already.
Kegley's going to spin to the bucket. Up, no good. Foul. Foul on Tate Johnson as he has re-entered the ballgame.
Foul goal on Johnson. His first, team second.
Johnson picks up his first foul. Kegley's going to go to the line. These free throws sponsored by Ryan Salmon State Farm.
It's been a while since he scored.
He has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He has.
He's got 7.
And I think, Minford's, even though West has only scored 7 points in this quarter, Minford's only scored 5.
Yeah.
So
I don't care what.
both teams are a little bit, losing some efficiency in the offensive end.
Yeah, you can't. can't score 5 to 7 points in a quarter and hope to be in the game.
But we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because we have
Crazier things have happened.
Crazier things have happened, and we have seen West struggle a little bit in the second half.
I'll tell you what, it is getting close to March as well.
Yeah.
We're only a month away, so maybe a little early. March
Now,
Madness?
The difference was at Willersburg, they actually played different in the second half. Came out, and it was the end of the first half that they had struggled, but they made a little comeback there in the second half, made the game very interesting. Now Minford's going to have the ball as Napier is in the ball game for the Falcons.
Minford's. This is the issue with the 1-3-1. I mean, if you're Minford, you can't take. Good, see that
shot.
right there.
That's what you need.
That's what I'm
You need
saying. You need to
somebody
score
that can
quickly.
make-
You got to score quick.
Gotta
Not
score
quickly,
quick.
but you can't take 45 seconds for a possession.
But if you are a constant viewer of our broadcast, and you've had to hear me say it, these looping passes that go over top of the 1-3-1 is what you don't want. But what Mark Napier did on the last possession, it's exactly what you're looking for. Is a pass fake up high and a pass below, or a fake the bounce pass, then throw it over top. Because you got to get the ball to him quickly, so people like Curtis Glenn has an opportunity to shoot it.
I'll tell you. See, that's the issue right there. You can't let him catch it that deep.
Yep.
Like if he gets it in the paint, volleyball line or lower, it's probably going to be a bucket. You also can't let that happen.
No, but great block by Dyer. We're going to have a foul. Looks like it's going to be not on Dyer, as that block looked clean.
Let's see who they call it. Yeah, Dyer.
They did call it on Dyer. Probably got him with the body a little bit.
That's one you can live with, though. 100% you can live with it. You're not giving up a layup. You alter the shot. I mean, it's –
As Kegley's going to go to the line. These free throws sponsored by Adams Flying Pig Coffee House in Willersburg. 9107 Ohio River Road, Unit B, right next door, Ryan Salmons State Farm. Appreciate Ryan Salmons and Adams Flying Pig Coffee House and all they do for River City Sports Media. First free throw up and good by Kegley. You can live with the foul, but maybe not against Will Kegley.
Yeah, he is the first player in this game in double digits. He's now with 10.
As predicted.
Yeah, as predicted.
As the 1-3-1's got Minford extended out near the volleyball line. Curtis Glenn's going to throw it off Miklo Carrasco's right foot. Kickball violation as Tate Johnson's going to inbound it for the Falcons. Curtis Glenn looks at a three. I think he had room. He should have put it up.
Yeah. He
Gonna
said,
put
I
that
will.
one up.
Good rebound by Will Kegley.
Great rebound.
It's a grown man
Will
rebound
Kegley.
right there.
Yeah, and I don't hate the shot from Glenn. That's just
No, that's a great shot.
You got to travel.
He had the shot before.
He did.
Yeah.
That's one where you'd like to see Kegley pull up. Little
100%.
floater. Yeah. But, I mean,
Kind of got caught in
he
between
did
two
no
things.
man's land. Yeah.
As Minford's going to inbound the ball. They got a minute and 20 to work with here to try to cut into the lead. They're down
There,
33
see,
to
that's-
17, and they turn it over. Kegley's got a foul on Curtis Glenn before the basket.
Yeah, you got. Man, Kegley has such active hands,
Frust-
don't he?
He does.
That's a frustration
And that's
foul.
a frustration
It
foul
is,
on,
yeah.
on Glenn.
But it's also not a bad foul.
Not
You
a
don't
bad
give-
foul
it's not a
because
bad foul.
Yeah, fouling before he goes up for the basket.
Yeah.
McIntyre.
That's
Straight to Kegley, but Kegley loses it between his legs. It's got knocked away by Tate Johnson. Minford has it now as we're approaching a minute to go. Reeder gives it down to Donahoe. Donahoe down to Dyer.
and one.
And one opportunity.
It
Gonna
hasn't
have a
touched his
foul on
hands much
McIntyre.
today, but when it has, man, he's been
He-
effective down low.
He
I don't
does
know if
great
they-
things with the ball.
I was going to say, I don't know if they realize when you give the ball to Dyer down low, good things have happened
100%.
for you.
Yeah, I think
You should
he's-
probably give him more touches.
I think he
but
is an important part of that offense.
Yeah,
He's been very
absolutely.
efficient today.
I agree.
What is he listed at? How tall?
6'5", I think.
Yeah.
I've stood next to him though. He's ever been a 6'5", 6'6".
And one opportunity is not going to happen as Tate Johnson going to come away with the offensive rebound. Tries to throw it off of Kegley, though.
Oh,
Tough
Donahoe.
shot.
Donahoe with a awkward-looking shot, but it goes in.
12-point game. Minford's
That's what I'm
Walked
saying.
their
You
way
got a
back
shot
in.
We
here.
needed to at least cut it down to. Minford needed to cut it down to.
try to get
That's-
a stop here if you're Minford, and then hold it for.
You
or I
can't
don't know.
get- you can't give
West
up a
might hold
bucket
for
here.
one. Also,
Looks like West gonna. Yeah, they're gonna hold for one shot.
That's
Maybe
that floater.
yeah, just hold it for one if you're Minford here. Take it a 12-point game at the
Yeah,
minimum.
if you can get a 2,
You don't have to get
at least.
So you don't have to. Look how he wanted to shoot that.
Yeah, I'm sure Purtis. Nah, he's not
As
saying
Reader
much over
splits
there,
the
is he?
double team.
There
it is.
Dyer. It almost seems like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
As Dyer scores
So-
again,
Oh,
but
that's
Minford
such a
gives
tough
up a
run out
That's
to give up.
bucket by
That's a tough
Carrasco
run
at
out.
the buzzer.
That's a tough one if you're Purtis and Minford to fall back, get it to 10, and then give
Yeah.
up the layup at the other end.
But you have to be happy with the efforts by the Minford Falcons there in the second half or second quarter.
Absolutely.
As they put up 14.
That's the funny thing about sports, though. How different.
Yeah.
How different is that locker room if you're
Right.
up 10, not
Yeah,
getting the stop, then giving up the layup?
Yeah, now
But-
you're 12.
and-
the difference between 10 and 12 right there, and that's a heartbreaker. You
Yeah.
come
Oh,
down,
just-
you get a good possession.
Yeah,
And
great
then-
great finish there at the end by Carrasco as he's assisted by Braxton Cameron. Excellent pass by BK there.
Got it up quick.
And-
Got it up the
and
floor quick.
Carrasco knew he had to put it up quick, and he did, and he was efficient with it. Guys, we're at halftime.
If I'm Coach Purtis and Minford, I wanted to touch Dyer's hands as many times as
second half.
possible.
It's got to touch Dyer's hands because you got to look. You know, you won that quarter.
Yeah.
They won the quarter, 14 to 12 there. So you got to be happy with that. Come away with the win in the quarter. And you tell your guys when you're going to the locker room. You tell your guys, say, guys, look, we won that quarter. If we win the next 2 quarters,
Right.
what happens? But you know,
If
you
you
got to
don't-
win it by more. You got to win it by more than 2.
If you don't fall behind 23-9 in the first quarter,
It's a different ball game.
it's a different ball game. But
They're very much into it. So
Yeah.
real quick, go through some sponsors, and then we'll come back right before the start of the second half. Brace yourself, orthodontics. Jesse E. Scott, attorney at law. Cause Auto Sales. Ryan Salmon State Farm. Adam Flying Pig Coffee House. The UPS store in Portsmouth, beside a river. Portsmouth Brewing Company. The West Side Complex. Dave's Gutter Done. Those are our sponsors. We appreciate every single one of you and what you do for River City Sports Media and allowing us to come out here and cover these teams. We love what we do. And we've got just over 8 minutes to go before the start of the second half. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back to talk about the second half. Keep it right here, River City Sports Media. back here at River City Sports Media. We're at the Rock as the West Senators are leading the Minford Falcons 35-23 with 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half. Now I'm going to kick it over to J.C. Evans. He's going to go over some stats with you.
So for the Minford Falcons, you have Tate Johnson with 1, Colt Donahoe with 3, Colby Mullins with 3, Curtis Glenn with 5. And then to lead the Minford Falcons in scoring, you have Wyatt Dyer with 10. Rebounding, you have Ashton Reeder with 1, Tate Johnson with 1, Colt Donahoe with 3, Jed Adams with 3, Wyatt Dyer with only 1 rebound. That's kind of, that seems a little.
Well, West never missed.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Assist, you have Mark Napier 1, Curtis Glenn 1, Ashton Reeder 2, Colby Mullins 2, Colt Donahoe 1. And then you have blocks, you have Tate Johnson with 1 and Colt Donahoe with 1 as well. For the West Senators, for scoring, you have Miklo Carrasco with 4, Braden Atkins with he had a quick 4 in the first couple of possessions, and it hasn't really even looked to score. You have Logan McIntyre with 6, Corbin Miller with 5, Braxton Kamer with 6, and then to lead the West Senators in scoring, Will Kegley with 10. Rebounding.
Pretty balanced.
Very balanced. Rebounding, you have Braxton Kamer with 1, Logan McIntyre with 1, Owen Richards 1, Will Kegley with 3, and Corbin Miller with 7. Assists, you have, talk about balance. You got Corbin Miller 1, Will Kegley 1, Harrison Richards 1, Miklo Carrasco 3, Owen Richards 1, Logan McIntyre 2, Braxton Kamer 2. And with steals, you have Corbin Miller 1, Will Kegley 2, Harrison Richards 1, and Braden Atkins 1. And then the lone block is with Logan McIntyre. Pretty balanced for the West Senators.
Absolutely. Very balanced by the Senators that they have spread the ball around. What have you seen there in the first half, Hines, that you would like to see in the second half by the West Senators?
Man, I think if you're West, just keep doing what you're doing. Run your offense, be efficient. They got downhill and got a lot of looks in the paint at the rim, and I think they haven't really had to rely on the 3 tonight. I think that's good.
Yeah.
And if you're Minford, I mean, it's got to go down to Dyer. That kid's been special when he's touched it every time.
Yeah, I think what worked in the first quarter was a lot of basket cuts.
Yes.
West went away from it in the second quarter for some reason, went back to the offense that we've seen pretty much all year round, but we'd like to see them get back to the basket cuts. For Minford, they got to get the ball down to Dyer. Have to get it down to him.
Yeah, I'm not real positive that West hit a 3 that half.
They did. I remember them hitting.
It was Corbin Miller.
Yeah,
Corbin Miller's the only one, yeah. And then I think
they didn't shoot a lot of threes,
no, they
though,
didn't.
to be honest.
They did not.
There you go. You got
Hezzy by.
There's contact, but I don't think I think it kind of was initiated by him.
Yeah.
That's West right back to the 1-3-1. Gives it.
See, there it is.
Donahoe doesn't get it. Guess who does have it? Dyer, but he can't finish it.
We jinxed him.
Right.
We'll take blame for that, Dyer.
Senators now have the basketball. Sitting with a 12-point lead. Miller for 3. Don't leave him open. One of their most efficient three-point shooters. As Corbin Miller increases the lead to 15. Donahoe now is going to put up a 3. Off the front of the iron. Just barely grazed the front of the iron. Goes in and out. West now with the basketball. Miller out on the perimeter a lot this half. We saw him a lot in the post there in the first half.
Good pass.
Great pass. Kegley underneath. Gets it to go. Add an assist to Logan McIntyre's total. As West goes back to the basket cuts. And look what happens.
Gotta get it out of
Gets
that
a
corner.
score. As Donahoe almost turns it over, but picked up by Colby Mullins. Will Kegley.
Hey, well, Will Kegley's got some active feet, don't he? He can't wait on that top of that 1-3-1. Put that foot out there.
If you're watching this game, you've got to pay attention to how West moves on the defensive end. They're moving with their feet. They got active hands. It's a lot of times on the defensive end that your arms and shoulders, and they get tired and you're wanting to put them down. But with this type of defense, you got to be active. That's what makes them so good.
If you're wanting to learn how to run a 1-3-1, watch this West team.
They do a very nice job.
They do a great job.
Absolutely. Great pass by Curtis Glenn there as he finds Colby Mullins just below the SOC line there.
The quarterback coming out at him a little bit there.
Little quarterback coming out at him.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about
exciting.
You want to talk about somebody who can throw a deep ball. Curtis Glenn is one of them.
Tough, too, man. That kid
took a beating.
Ton of hits.
That's what I was getting ready to say. He took a beating during football season.
Yeah, he's tough.
No one can question his toughness.
Tate Johnson for 3. He's aggressive. Rebounded by Will Kegley.
Kegley's racking up them rebounds now.
He is. Nearly turned it over, though. Kegley to the bucket.
Good
coast to coast. As Norm likes to call him, Will the thrill. And another
Carrasco.
turnover by the Falcons as Carrasco takes it, gives it down to Kegley. Kegley's going to find Miller. McIntyre's going to line up at 3.
They shot that from Bowens.
Not going to happen as, on that play right there, Kegley
with the steal.
And Kegley steal and a bucket on that offensive rebound. Curtis Glenn got away with a push in the back, which allowed for the offensive rebound to happen.
Solid. Good finish by Dyer.
And Minford goes right back to Dyer as Dyer puts it in. He's got 12 now. McIntyre's looking at a 3. He's going to pull it back out. Great defense by Curtis Glenn, cutting it off the drive. Carrasco getting aggressive now. And McIntyre nearly throws it away as he was trying to find Will Kegley at the top of the key. Kegley vanished.
Saved that one. Yeah, he saved it. Bailed him out.
Kegley vanished, but
look at that. That's
Brayden Atkins was there. Great.
That is a great pin down. That is beautiful. That was, you seen it developing. He set that pin down screen. That was a thing of beauty.
The offensive has definitely looked better from West today.
They found something on the offensive end for sure.
I'll tell you what, if they can play like this, they're going to be a problem in D6 come tournament time.
Curtis Glenn's going to line up at 3, not going to happen.
It's amazing.
Logan McIntyre.
When shots go in, though, it's amazing how an offense can look. That can make sets, you know what I mean? You can get a lot of good looks.
Right now, West looks like the team that we expected them to look like all year long.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great drive. McIntyre. The offensive efficiency.
And just like that, he's in double figures.
See, that's the McIntyre I remember. Aggressive. I mean, that
aggressive to the cup.
If Kegley gets help from the supporting cast like he has today, I mean, this is a dangerous West team.
Mullen's going to line up at 3 off the right side of the iron.
Dyer down there.
Great.
And that kid's working.
Post move.
What grade is Dyer in?
I do believe he's a sophomore or junior.
He's young.
He's a sophomore or junior, yeah.
As he played JV last year on a tough team.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a good career at Minford.
Yes, he is. He's going to be a really, really good player. Look, got Corbin Miller setting the pin down. They're setting all kinds of screens, and the thing is, they're setting screens, but they're making contact.
Yeah.
You can fake set screens all day, but they are making contact to make sure that their teammates are getting open.
Hey, screens are a two-part game there. Make contact if you're the screener.
Yes.
Run off the screen if you're the one.
Yeah, you want to rub shoulders.
Got to.
That's what I've noticed more about West today, though. Is it's constant movement. There's no one standing still.
As McIntyre's going to go to the line, he's going to drain the first one. These free throws sponsored by Ryan Salmon State Farm. West's going to make some changes as Corbin Miller's going to come out of the game. Owen Richards is going to come in. Also out of the game, Brayden Atkins. Who's it in? BK. McIntyre, second one up, no good. It's a rebound. Meek, Carrasco.
I got to give Carrasco props on his shoe game. I think
Yeah.
definitely the strongest out there today. I would vote.
What would you do if I told you that was Carrasco's first rebound of the game?
Yeah,
That's
with
shocking.
how aggressive that he plays,
Yes.
that is surprising.
Now, we could have missed one here and there, but that's
No, we got the best stat guy.
Hey,
in
there
the
ain't
area.
no we when you're the stat guy.
kind of a blame on you guys.
There
all right?
is no we when you're the stat guy.
We is a
Hey,
Yeah.
if the camera guy misses a shot,
I
You
take
guys
blame.
are-
I take blame every time, do I not?
if the camera guy misses
I know.
a shot,
I
you're saying
messed the
it's
scoreboard up multiple times a game. Whitey's good for a few camera takes
Yeah, oh,
each
yeah.
night, but he'll call himself out on it.
I do too, yeah, absolutely. You got to.
All right, Curtis Glenn's jumper's not going to happen. Rebounded by none other than Will Kegley.
Oh, that's a hard fall.
And
He
Carrasco.
just slipped.
Yeah,
I mean, it looked like the
it wasn't a
force-
dirty play. He hit
It
hard
looked,
though.
it looked like he got trucked, but he actually slipped.
Slipped,
But
yeah.
it was like the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just happened to slip when Curtis Glenn was standing there.
I think he flopped.
It's the shoe game.
It's the shoe
He's
game.
got them Zion ones on, I think.
He's got those Zion.
Is that what those are?
No, I was
I'm
saying
not-
because Zion blew his shoe out at Duke and North
I
Carolina
gotcha.
game.
Yeah,
He's
that's
actually
right.
wearing Kobe's, I do believe.
Yeah.
I'm lost on the shoes. I think they look cool, but I'm not.
Oh, listen, you want a 5 seconds closely guarded.
Yeah,
Yep.
great.
Uh,
Great defense by Mark Napier there.
Yes, it is.
As Wes is going to turn it over.
You know what? This may be me going off on a tangent here, but I think that if you get a 5-second call, it should be considered a steal in the stat book.
I agree.
Like that's. I mean, I know some people may not agree with that, but you played your
The
butt
people
off.
that don't agree with that didn't play defense.
Speaking
Well, I agree with it, and I didn't play defense, but I just think like you work hard for 5 seconds, you should get rewarded for it.
Agreed.
Speaking of stats, what's your threshold with an assist?
Great.
I know you watch NBA games. It feels like if you made a pass during the possession, you get credited for assist. How many dribbles do you give him,
To
JC?
co-assist.
I think if you make a basketball move, then it's.
If you're watching an NBA game, you'll get
It's
4
almost
dribbles.
It's
well,
almost
yeah,
like
that's why you see these guys averaging 13 assists in a game.
Yeah.
Donahoe goes to the line, knocks it in. Those free throws at the charity stripe. Sponsored by Ryan Salmon State Farm and Adams Flying Pig Coffee House, both located on Ohio River Road in Wheelersburg. Give them a call or visit them in the drive-thru.
Oh, yes. I may have to get some tomorrow before I head to South Webster. I can't. Never mind. They're not open on Sundays.
Not open on Sundays.
Webster
West.
coming off a big win last night.
Yeah, that was
They
a
are.
huge win. Oh, McIntyre bailed out again.
Maybe it's not McIntyre's fault. He's throwing it. The guys are just.
I don't
away
know.
from
When
the
a
ball.
quarterback throws multiple interceptions, who's it on?
And it should go. It should go to the wide receiver if it hits.
Unless
his
it's Baker Mayfield and it hits their hands, and yeah, we're not gonna go there.
All right, now Minford
They're ramping up the pressure
Again.
a little bit.
amping up the pressure and getting a little bit aggressive on the
Oh.
defensive end as Kegley's going to knock it out.
Oh,
Got some players on the floor here getting a little aggressive. But Carrasco is going to
getting
come
a little
away
chippy,
with the foul.
fellas.
And I don't think that's player induced. It's a loose ball. Both teams are
yeah,
aggressive.
effort.
Yeah, both
that's
teams
what you
playing
call.
hard.
That's what
So-
you call an effort foul.
As Kegley knocks it away from Leader, nearly a backcourt violation there. Reader smart enough to get on the other side of the court before he touched it.
Look like Glenn wanted to shoot that.
He did. They got to be aggressive. They're down 22
Gotta
right
be.
now. You don't have time to waste.
Yeah, that's
I mean, they're
The thing is with, as we got a kickball by Will Kegley, the thing is we've said it, when you catch it, you got to be ready to shoot, because if you wait a second, that double team's there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Reader's yet to see one go in. We're almost 3/4 into the game. I don't know, has he shot the ball more than twice? He
He's
hasn't.
had a
He
few
hasn't.
decent looks.
He just hasn't shot it.
Yeah.
He had one there, kicked to the corner, right basketball play. But you're the leader of the team. You got to look to be a little more assertive.
Absolutely. But got a timeout on the floor here as West wants to talk it over. Coach McClanahan wants to talk it over before this next possession. Let's talk about some sponsors. Brace yourself, orthodontics. They're located at Ashland, Kentucky, and Portsmouth, Ohio. Jesse E. Scott, attorney at law. Calls Auto Sales. They are just down the road here on US 52 in West Portsmouth. You got some nice vehicles down there. You want to trade in your vehicle, give Calls Auto Sales a call. Guess what? They also finance good or bad credit. Give them a call. They're going to help you out. Ryan Sammons State Farm. Adams Flying Pig Coffee House. We said them all afternoon. We're going to continue to say it. UPS store in Portsmouth. Print, ship, pack, and send at the UPS store. Side of River, West Side Complex, and Dave's Gutter Done. Thank you to our sponsors as we're going to have 52 seconds to go in the third quarter here as West still
full court.
West extending the pressure past half court.
See, I think that's what some of the West faithful want to see is a little more pressure, man to man a little bit. You have the athletes. Granted, the 1-3-1 is a thing of beauty, but every once in a while,
if you can tie in a high pressure man
like that right there,
I think you just have to adapt to the.
agree.
Different situations call for different.
Reader's first points of the game.
As Reader's at the line, scores his first points of the game. These free throws sponsored by Adams Flying Pig Coffee House.
See if this one can maybe get him going.
Does anybody know if Fenton and Webster 1-3-1 Waverly last night?
I'm not sure.
I bet they did.
We had boots on the ground. We'll have to figure it out.
Waverly does not like the 1-3-1.
No, they do not.
And another team that's seen a lot of the 1-3-1 lately is Willersburg as well. They've struggled with it. But the thing is they shoot the ball so well. They'll shoot you out of a zone. West now has it as Reader knocks down 2 free throws there.
Talk about a good performance last night. Jalen Dunham and Braylon Rucker put on a show in the second half last night. If you missed that game, I know we're calling this game, but those two kids was battling back and forth all night. It was a fun one to watch.
Rucker's smooth. I like his game.
He is very smooth, yes.
And we're going to have a jump ball here with 1 second exactly on the clock. Minford with the ball, possibility of half-court heave here.
Throw it up to Dyer.
Looked good.
That did look good from up here.
I have a question for you, though. This is just a basketball mind there. You have a 6'5" guy down low. Do you not just try and maybe throw a pass up, let him maybe get a layup down at the other end? I mean, it's a good, like, at the end of –
you ask the question, you're going to get the answer. It happened when Christian Leitner got it.
Hey,
when Malachi Marino did it at LSU.
I know. They just ran that the other night, didn't they?
They did. Mark Pope's like, I've seen this before. I'm going to go ahead and
I was watching a little bit of Duke before I came over here. They're good. Boozer's tough.
They're very good. Yes, they are.
They're good, but I don't think they are the team to beat, and I hate to say that.
No, they had the team last year and didn't win it all.
They had the team last year and in 2019.
Where do they lack this year?
They lack at the point. No, not coaching. they lack. Duke lacks at the point guard.
They've had the same point guard for what feels like 45 years.
And it's not good.
Is it Roach?
No,
Roach.
Roach went to Baylor last year.
Yeah, who's?
I know Foster.
Yeah, Foster. I feel like Foster has been there forever.
Yeah, Foster's been there a while. He's only a junior, though.
Yeah, that's great. But that's the thing now. In today's basketball world, like if a kid's there for 2 or 3 years, you feel like he's there forever, which is sad. But
I would have to give Arizona was tied with Arizona State at the half, but I would have to give the nod to Arizona right now from what I've saw.
Yeah.
BYU's fun to watch.
I like them money line.
Yeah, BYU looks good.
Yeah, that's going to be a big game.
We don't gamble, though, but it's just,
BYU, Devonsta's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's going to be. But, I mean, it's going to be a battle of the
so that's 1 and 2 tonight.
Yeah, that's a 1 and 2 pick.
Picks.
Yeah.
All right, now start of the fourth quarter. West's going to have it here, looking to increase their lead as they now lead by 20.
Yeah, I would say Minford's drawing pretty thin here, but anything can happen.
Yeah, well, last time we was in this gym and Minford and West met, it was a girls' game, and it got It got a little tricky.
It did.
West went on a run. Now let's see if Minford can return the favor. But I think that West is going to be content with playing out here.
Yeah,
You hold it for a minute. Even if you turn it over, you're up 20. You do that 2 or 3 times, then
Hey, keep basket cutting too.
Yep.
get it back door.
Now, Carrasco vacated an area. I don't think he should have vacated. You got to have somebody on the backside corner, especially.
like that right there.
Yep, especially if you're
Oh,
McIntyre. Deep three off the front iron.
rebound, Miller.
Great rebound by Corbin Miller. West going to reset.
Here goes another minute off
But
the
when
clock,
you get the
fellas.
ball, when you get the ball at the high post, you got to have somebody in the corner that can either stay there or they can baseline cut.
But I can tell you right now, these officials are going to call something here to give Minford the ball because they're working their tails off.
They are.
Any little thing, watch. You see it happen all the time.
That's one thing you can't take away from Minford. The times we've covered
The
them this
effort.
year, they play hard.
As
Oh, he had Kegley wide open.
the count got
Still
up
does
to
now.
about 4 there.
Yeah,
But
he
got
got
some
lucky and
separation.
stumbled the ball or stumbled with the ball and restarted the count.
West is perfectly fine with this. Miller,
I'm going to go. This is why there should be a shot clock in high school basketball.
100%.
I would like to see a
this
shot clock,
They say all schools can't. Listen, there it is.
I would personally like a shot clock.
And I think it's coming. I think it's only a matter of time before it happens.
Well,
Carrasco
we
missing
had
the
Coach
jumper there.
Barrick on earlier this year, the football game. He said they're trying it out in AAU stuff, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we seen it last year.
They are, and actually, the battle in the 740 that we did.
Did they try it out?
The other part of the series, the battle in the 614, ran by the same group. Great steal by Colby Mullins there, as Mullins going to go up for 2. Not
yeah.
going to happen,
Call
but a
goaltending.
foul on with
No,
Kegley.
goaltending, I think.
Going to call
Yep.
goaltending and a foul.
They call foul too.
They called both.
What does
But they the same group put on that battle in the 740, also did the battle in the 614, and that was a shot clock event. And from what I heard, went really, really well.
I think it's only a matter of time before it happens. Some schools have to spend a little more money, but it happens. Like
The issue with the shot clock right now, and why it's not why it's probably not implemented. The reason why it's not implemented yet. Obviously, you got to get some people on board. You got to get the schools on board, but you got to have people that
Someone
know
to
what
run
they're doing
and
that
how to
can run it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And I think
that
a lot.
is-
I've talked to some officials; they don't want it. Officials do not want it. They think it's going to be a hassle.
It'll be a headache.
it'll be
First-
messy at first. You'll
first
have it
2 years-
reset and you'll have
Are
a
they-
choppy game.
I do believe Kentucky. Did Kentucky go to a shot clock?
They did.
Yeah, somebody did. Yeah,
Oh, they do have in Kentucky.
think-
They have a high school.
one of the states is close. Kentucky, West Virginia, one of them. Oh, that's going to be.
Oh, nothing called there.
I saw
and
that.
then-
That's a hard foul, but that's
Possibly.
they called flagrant. That's probably the right call, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
think he meant for it to be that.
Yeah, knowing Donahoe as a person,
Yeah, there wasn't harm.
it's not
intent-
something
no.
not something that he's particularly looking to do.
Yeah, it's by law. It's probably a flagrant.
But of course,
he
if you're
instantly
Minford, you
helped
got to
him
be.
up.
Yeah, of course, if you're Minford, you do got to be a little bit frustrated that you got a no call on a potential push off by Kegley. But the bottom line is, you still want to make sure you keep your composure. But we're going to have a foul here. Kegley's going to go to the line. These free throws sponsored by Ryan Salmon State Farm.
I'll tell you what's impressive is how calm the West
Yes.
West Senators stayed during that.
Yeah.
Because it could have been. That's their
Yeah,
guy.
And I think Donahoe's reactions after it said it all. I mean,
course.
Yeah, he tried to
instantly-
catch him. He did. He tried to catch him.
Yeah, not the foul that he was looking to try to do.
Yeah, he went up to him and tried to as he was
Looked a
falling,
lot worse than what he was intending.
I think
Yeah.
he went for a ball, and I think that
Yeah.
Kegley double pumped.
Of course.
And it's
But Kegley goes to the line, knocks down 2. West's going to hold on to possession here. They're up 20.
Donahoe only a sophomore, I do believe, correct? Sophomore, junior?
No, I think Donahoe is a junior.
Yeah, that's why. He's younger. His Minford team's young.
Yeah, it seems like you always have Donahoe's coming through Minford. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Definitely been some good athletes come through there.
And we got a foul on the
Curtis
floor
Glenn.
here. It's Curtis Glenn. picked
That's
up
not a bad
another
foul.
one.
He had him sealed. He was going to give up a layup. Just grab him.
Yeah, great out-of-bounds offensive set by West there as they found Kegley.
They're looking getting hit.
Kegley. Ooh.
It actually looked like he hooked him on that.
Yeah. It seems like they made it a point to get him the ball down low.
Yeah, they did.
Up.
And Kegley's had multiple opportunities here, and he's making it a point himself to try and score. But they're going to call that one on the floor.
Have you noticed how it goes, though? You get the flagrant foul, and then there's been a foul in every possession.
Yeah,
they're going to call it tight now.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
Yeah.
Especially
with the aggressiveness from Minford now as they're amping up the pressure, and West is already aggressive on defense to begin with.
Yeah.
Great crossover by McIntyre, pull-up jumper from the mid-range.
He's played really
Got
well.
it. Yeah. McIntyre said it's senior night. It's time for me to show out. Great game by McIntyre.
I would say this has been one of his strongest performances of the year, hasn't it?
Yeah,
He's looked good.
Him and Kegley have combined for almost 30.
Glenn finds Tate Johnson, corner three, knocks it in. Great shot by Johnson.
You know, but Minford's still playing hard. It hasn't been their day, but
Carrasco up, foul on Curtis Glenn.
They're going to tighten up a little bit. You know what's happening. That's 4 on Glenn as well.
Curtis Glenn picks up his 4th foul of the ball game. One more, and he's gone. But there's only 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Leads 19. West is up 56-37. Carrasco now to the line. First one's up and good. These free throws sponsored by Adams Flying Pig Coffee House.
I think the only free throw that West missed today, they got the offensive rebound and put it back up for 2.
I think you're right.
Like you said earlier, his shoe game.
I like it.
Yeah, nice. I always, having a younger kid who loves shoes, I always try and see the ones that stick out. So I know I'm eventually going to have to pay for those.
Yeah. That's not fun.
That's Carrasco knocks in his 2nd free throw there, and Minford's going to call timeout.
After last night, after Berg winning, and after Webster beating Waverly, what does the SOC 3 landscape look like right now?
I think Williamsburg. I think Berg has 2-game lead on. I don't think there's enough games for them not to, which I don't think they clinch it. They would have to. There would have to be a monumental landslide. I think for them not to.
It would have to. Somebody. They would have to. They've got another game coming up with South Webster. They'd have to drop that one.
Realistically, they would have to probably play an ineligible player.
Yeah,
they're a massive favorite to win outright.
They would have to drop Webster and drop West. That would be the 2 games.
Which I mean, possible. Well, they got Minford too. They'd have to drop Minford. They'd have to drop Minford.
Well, that would be the lose it because Valley's sitting with 3 losses.
Yeah. So they'd have to lose 2 of their last 3, essentially.
And West has lost some games that they probably shouldn't have lost.
If West plays like they have this evening, though, I feel like they like their chances against anybody.
Got a good chance to make a run.
Yes.
Which is crazy that West won't have to see any of those schools. They're D6. The only one they'll have to see is Valley in the SOC.
That could be an interesting.
Because Webster's D7.
And being in D6 and D7 really is good because that D5 is strong.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You got teams like Zane Trace that's coming in.
Yeah. Is that Unioto? Is Unioto
No,
D4?
Unioto's going to be D4.
Yeah.
Who do you run into in D6?
Peebles, Lynchburg, Clay, I think are the 2.
Okay.
That could be. Peebles is really good. We talked to Coach Pertusit. He's been talking about how D6 it's a tough battle to get to the convo.
All right, Minford has it. Reeder's going to look for a mid-ranger from the right elbow. Great shot, Ashton Reeder. As he cuts the lead down to 19. And now Owen Richards looking for some help. We're going to have a timeout by McClanahan as Mullins was locking up Owen Richards there.
Yeah, you're fighting Clay Panthers or D6. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
They are D6, yes.
That blows my mind, though, just looking at it from an outside lens, how they're D6 and Webster's D6 like that.
Yeah, well, they had what I was told by people who are smarter than me is they had kids transfer in.
That makes sense.
But they don't.
That's a very that's hard for us to guess who that's going to be. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's not you. But no, they said that they had a bunch of kids transfer in from different
places. That makes sense.
But
how
don't,
they do that competitive balance.
But don't play basketball.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's why. But I think once it is readjusted next year, they'll drop back down to D7. But
makes sense.
Yeah, it's Yeah, it does. It's weird that Webster's D7.
Yeah.
I still, when they reclass, I thought Webster would be D6, but they're still in the smallest division. They're going to be a problem in D7.
All right, now West has the ball, working with just under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. 19-point lead, looking to keep away a little bit. Or get aggressive, as Owen Richards takes it to the basket for 2. It's a great basket by Richards.
He absorbed the contact there. That was really good.
It's a great turnaround after he nearly turned it over.
Oh, no hesitation.
Tate Johnson not even hesitating, rebounded by Mark Napier.
Glad to see Napier out there.
Absolutely. Mullins going to drive to the basket.
You can tell Mullins is going to be a really good player.
He's going to be good.
He's a pass first. He's a true point guard.
Glenn can pull up for 3.
And not to change the subject, but remember the game last year, Webster played Quinn Kwasniak and who was that? Cornerstone Christian?
Cornerstone Christian, yes.
He was an Army commit, correct?
Great, yes.
Did he end up flipping to Merrimack? Because there was a Kwasniak playing for Merrimack the other day, and it looked very similar to him.
He might have. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, I think he's already getting minutes at the college level.
Yeah. But with that last rebound, Will Kegley now has a double-double. He has 18 and 10.
It's an excellent ball game by Kegley as he's going to turn it over, though. Napier
good save.
And can't get it to fall. Great Euro by Napier.
Great move there, though, yeah.
McIntyre now has it.
He's looking to.
McIntyre looking to find somebody to cut, but nobody's cutting. West just kind of getting a little bit complacent here on the offensive end. When you're up 21, it's easy to do. McIntyre's going to drive to the bucket, fall away.
Napier giving him good minutes here.
And Curtis Glenn has it for the Falcons. Finds Ashton Reeder, 3-pointer. Good. Great shot, Ashton Reeder.
Reeder's hit some shots here in the fourth, just a little late, but it's good to see him find his footing going forward. Still playing hard, though. Look at Minford. They're still
great up and under. And a look by McIntyre, finding Owen Richards on the cut. Time out by the Falcons.
Now might be when you get senior night. You get the seniors.
Yeah, we should see the seniors check out of the ball game.
I would say, it'll be the next dead ball.
And here soon as they have come to play for the Senators.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty strong performance from the Senators this evening.
Yeah, between Kegley and Corbin Miller, they have 19 combined rebounds. That is, between two kids, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And it looks like they're going to go ahead and sub them out.
Yeah.
As both teams are bringing in the underclassmen to finish out the ball game.
I know it's a losing effort, but I'm still very impressed with the Dyer kid from Minford. I think
he had.
As Minford's going to throw it away here.
Yeah, they just didn't give him.
Yeah, with Dyer, his which the 1-through-1 makes it a little tough, especially when they're doubling you. But you still got to find the kid.
Yep.
He's been
the thing is
one of their most efficient, if not the most efficient player on the offensive end.
He can knock down that mid-range.
Yeah.
Great basket. As Wes is looking to close out the game here.
Wyatt Swick with the ball.
Wyatt Swicks. Oh. Darby's going to have it, gives it over. Great back cut to Napier. Napier passes it back out. Darby now has it, still looking for another cutter.
Seems like they're trying to get Wyatt Swick the ball, but Wes is not. Radcliffe is not letting that happen. Yeah.
Feed the post.
And they just played in JV. They know who the scorer is. Swick to the basket.
You can tell. You can tell they know who they.
You want to talk about somebody who can catch the ball down the football field?
Yeah.
Wyatt Swick.
Speaking of AAU, last year he was as an 8th grader. He was playing for the freshman Buckeye Storm team all year. Instead of played a year level up, and I think it's helped his game a lot getting adjusted to
100%.
the high school level.
Swick's first free throw off the front of the iron. Maybe put a little bit of legs into the free throw there.
Yeah, it's probably
Looks like
tired
a lot
from
of
the JV game.
a lot of upper body.
Yeah, a ton.
He probably is tired. Played a great game
Yeah,
as we weren't live yet.
No, great game.
But-
Great finish.
Buzzer
but
beater.
Buzzer beater by scarf pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's tired legs there.
It
boys.
is. You
And
can tell.
Swick definitely wore out on this Saturday afternoon. As Weston Ratcliffe's going to have it. Shot's no good.
You always like seeing the kids
This
get in at the end, and they want to score so bad.
They do, yeah,
underclassmen.
Defensive rebound by Wyatt
Yeah, you know
Swick.
how it is. When
Yeah, they
you'll-
want to get theirs.
20 years from now. Remember that time I got in? I got my first varsity points, or I got these points when we was beating so-and-so.
Weston Ratcliffe.
Talk about an impressive freshman, though. That kid is on the football field.
Weston Ratcliffe finishes it all for the Senators
That's
with an
one,
excellent breakaway bucket.
that's one you might want to pull out, but whatever.
Yeah, that's
Play till the whistle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go get yours.
Now, West with the win here, 66-42. I'm going to kick it over to JC. He's going to go through our sponsors. We appreciate you and all that you have done for us, and we appreciate you tuning in.
All right, my name is JC Evans. I'm joined by Ryan Hines here. I'm going to go over the sponsors with you. We have Brace Yourself Orthodontics, Jesse E. Scott, Attorney at Law, Calls Auto Sale LLC, Ryan Salmon State Farm, Adams Flying Pig Coffee House, the UPS store in Portsmouth, the Scioto River, the West Side Complex, Dave's Gutter Done. Just to go over a little bit of stats, we're going to go over a little bit of stats right here with you, Ryan. So we have, for the West Senators, we have Braden Atkins with 4, Owen Richards with 4. We have Corbin Miller with 8, Miklo Carrasco with 8, Braxton Kammer with 6. We had Logan McIntyre with 14. And to lead all scorers, we had Will Kegley of the West Senators with 18. That was rebounding.
Solid game. They were just so balanced.
Yeah, that
all
was
night.
very balanced. That's what we talked about before. You have to have the balanced scoring. Now with the rebounding, you have Braxton Kammer with 1, Logan McIntyre with 2, Owen Richards 1, Miklo Carrasco 1, Will Kegley with a double-double, had 10 boards. Corbin Miller, almost, he had 9. And then with the assist, man, it's impressive the way that they shared the ball. You have Corbin Miller with 1, Will Kegley with 3, Harrison Richards 1, Miklo Carrasco with 4. Yeah, he did a little bit of everything tonight. Owen Richards 1, Logan McIntyre 4, Braxton Kammer 2. Steals, you had Corbin Miller with 1, Harrison Richards 1, Miklo Carrasco 1, Braden Atkins 1, and to lead all steals, you have Will Kegley with 3. And then you have Logan McIntyre with 1 block. Turnovers, you only had West Senators had 7. And then Minford had 7 as well. So I mean, you can't really. That's pretty balanced on that. Let's switch it over to Minford. In the scoring column, you have Curtis Lynn with 5, Colby Mullins with 5, Tate Johnson with 4, Colt Donahoe with 6, Ashton Reeder got it going late, a little too late, with 7, and then you have Wyatt Dyer leading the Minford Falcons with 14. Rebounds, you have Mark Napier came in, gave him a little bolt of energy early or late. He had 2. Ashton Reeder had 1. Colby Mullins had 1. Tate Johnson 1. Colt Donahoe 3. Jed Adams 3. Wyatt Dyer 3. With assists, you have Mark Napier 1. Colt Donahoe 1. Curtis Glenn 2. Ashton Reeder 3. Colby Mullins with 5. And then you have steals. You have Jed Adams with 1. Blocks, you have Colt Donahoe with 1. Wyatt Dyer with 1. And Tate Johnson with 1. With that being said, we appreciate you all watching. It was a good game to call.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
both teams battled.
I think that's about as clean and good of a game as West can play. They look phenomenal.
Yeah, they definitely like West. That's the best I've seen West look all year. But they looked really, really good. Minford battled. You can never say that the mighty Minford Falcons do not have heart, because they played until the final whistle.
They play hard all night long for sure.
Also forgot Weston Ratcliffe had 2 as well.
Yeah, right at the buzzer.
But with that being said, we are River City. We will see you all next week. Next Monday, we will be live from Portsmouth Gymnasium for the Portsmouth girls taking on the Gaia Academy girls.
Looking forward to it.
And then we will announce where we'll be at later in the week. We want to thank you. You all have a good night. We are River City. I'm JC Evans.
Brian Hines.
Thank
See you guys
and
next week.
Have a good night.